Most mornings, folks over 60 wake up and fall into a quiet little routine. They pour a hot cup of coffee, maybe nibble on a piece of toast, and scroll through the morning news without giving breakfast much thought. Seems harmless, right? But here's the hidden danger no one warns you about. That quiet little routine might be the reason your legs are growing weaker by the week. You see, over the past 30 years working with aging clients, I've noticed something disturbingly consistent. People start having trouble standing up without help. They lose their balance reaching for something on a high shelf. Walking across the grocery store suddenly becomes an exhausting task. They blame it on age, but I'll tell you the truth more often than not. It starts with what you're not giving your body in those first crucial moments after waking. The legs, those strong pillars that carried you through your youth, begin to lose strength not just from aging, but from silent, daily neglect. Every skipped or nutrient-poor breakfast quietly chips away at the muscle fibers that support your independence. You don't feel it right away. It creeps in slowly. First, it's just stiffness in the morning. Then, it's a wobble on the stairs. Before long, you're avoiding outings, afraid of falling, feeling like a shadow of the person you once were. But here's the good news. That downward spiral is not inevitable. Science now confirms that what you eat within the first hour of waking can make all the difference, not just in how you feel today, but in how well you move 5 or even 10 years from now. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who consumed high-quality protein in the morning preserved significantly more leg strength and balance than those who skipped or delayed breakfast. It's not about supplements or expensive gym memberships. It starts in your kitchen with real food at the right time. In this journey we're about to take together, I'll walk you through the exact steps I've given to hundreds of my patients. Simple foods, real strategies, proven results. Because you deserve mornings that build you up, not tear you down. Now let me ask you something personal. When was the last time you truly thought about your legs, not just how they look, but what they do for you? Every step you take, every time you get up from a chair, walk through the park, climb stairs, or even catch yourself from falling, it's your leg muscles doing the heavy lifting. Yet we take them for granted until they start to fail us. And by then, the rebuilding process becomes a steeper hill to climb. That's why the very first thing you eat each morning matters more than you've ever been told. I'm not talking about trends or fads. I'm talking about timing, about chemistry, about fueling your body when it's most primed to absorb and use the nutrition you give it. You see, during sleep, your body enters a mild catabolic state. That means your muscles are slowly breaking down overnight, especially if you're over 60 and already prone to muscle loss. But here's the game changer. Within the first 30 to 60 minutes of waking up, your body is most ready to shift from breaking down to rebuilding if you give it the right signal. And that signal isn't a donut or just black coffee. It's specific nutrients at the right time that spark muscle repair, improve circulation, and keep your nerves sharp and responsive. It's what turns a sluggish morning into a powerful one. In fact, according to research from Tufts University, the post-wake window is one of the most critical metabolic moments for older adults. Missing that window, day after day, is like skipping your body's best shot at recovery, but hitting it consistently can slow muscle aging by years. And you don't need to spend a fortune or cook like a chef. What you need is clarity. So in the next segment, I'll walk you through 5 specific breakfast foods I've recommended for decades. Ones you likely already have at home that can help restore strength to your legs, support your nerves, improve circulation, and help you feel steady again. Each one is backed by science and simple to prepare. Because when you know what to eat and when to eat it, you're not just making breakfast. You're building your body's foundation for a stronger, steadier life. Let me tell you about a breakfast food that's been sitting in your fridge all along, quietly holding the power to change how your legs feel each morning. It's small, it's familiar, and for years, It's been misunderstood, even avoided. I'm talking about whole eggs. Not just the whites, not just scrambled fluff on a plate, but the entire egg, yolk, and all. You see, for decades, people over 60 were told to limit eggs because of cholesterol. They tossed the yolk, thinking they were making the healthy choice. But modern science has turned that advice on its head. Now we know that eggs, whole eggs, are one of the most complete, muscle-supporting foods you can eat, especially in your 60s and beyond. Why? Because eggs contain all 9 essential amino acids your body needs but can't make on its own. And among those, one stands out like a bright flare in the dark. It's called leucine. Think of leucine as the on switch for muscle repair. Without enough of it, your body doesn't get the message to rebuild the muscle it naturally lost overnight. Now, here's the catch. Aging muscles are stubborn. They don't respond to protein the way they used to. You actually need more of the right kind of protein to get the same effect as someone younger. That's where eggs come in. A study out of the University of Illinois tracked older adults who ate 2 whole eggs every morning for just 8 weeks. The results? Improved walking speed, better lower body strength, and greater balance compared to those who skipped protein at breakfast. That's not just a lab result. That's you getting out of a chair with ease. That's you walking through the store without feeling like your knees are made of sand. And it's not just the protein that makes eggs a powerhouse. The yolk, the very part so many people throw away, is rich in vitamin D, which supports bone and muscle coordination. It's got vitamin B12 for nerve health, choline for brain to muscle communication, and heme iron to boost blood flow and reduce that achy, tired sensation in your legs. Think about that. In one simple food, you're getting fuel for your muscles, your nerves, your brain, and your circulation. And it doesn't cost a fortune. No powders, no pills, no gimmicks. Just real food, doing real work. My advice? Within the first hour of waking, have 1 or 2 whole eggs boiled, poached, or gently scrambled in olive oil. Just steer clear of frying them in butter or pairing them with salty processed meats like bacon or sausage. Those choices undo the good you're trying to build. Your legs deserve better than that. Starting your day with whole eggs is one of the simplest, most powerful ways to nourish your body where it matters most before you even take your first step out the door. Now here's a surprise you might not expect. That bowl of oatmeal you've passed over in favor of toast or cereal? It could be the quiet hero your legs have been begging for. But don't let its humble look fool you, especially when paired with something as small yet mighty as chia seeds. Oatmeal becomes a secret weapon against muscle fatigue, poor circulation, and the daily inflammation that slowly chips away at your strength after 60. Let me explain. Most folks don't realize how deeply blood sugar stability affects muscle recovery. As you age, your body becomes more sensitive to blood sugar swings. And when your glucose levels spike and crash like they do after a sugary breakfast or skipping food entirely, your muscles can't absorb the protein and minerals they need to repair and stay strong. This is especially dangerous in the morning, when your body is still shifting out of its fasting state. That's where oatmeal comes in. Real oats, not the instant flavored kind full of added sugar, but old-fashioned or steel-cut oats. They're packed with a soluble fiber called beta-glucan. This fiber forms a gentle gel in your stomach, slowing down digestion, keeping your blood sugar stable, and allowing for a smoother, more efficient absorption of nutrients. Multiple studies, including those from the Journal of Gerontology and Nutrients, have linked beta-glucan to improved insulin sensitivity, reduced inflammation, and better muscle repair in older adults. But here's where it gets even better. When you stir in a tablespoon of chia seeds, that bowl becomes something much greater. Chia seeds are tiny, yes, but they deliver magnesium, calcium, potassium, and plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, all crucial for proper muscle contraction, hydration, and nerve signaling. Magnesium alone can be a game changer. Low magnesium levels are directly linked to morning stiffness, leg cramps, and even restless legs at night. Potassium and calcium work in tandem to ensure your muscles contract and relax smoothly, without twitching or shaking. And omega-3s? They help reduce the low-level inflammation that often goes unnoticed but gradually damages muscle and nerve tissue. When chia seeds absorb liquid, they expand, forming a gel that not only improves hydration but also slows digestion further, giving your body more time to absorb every bit of nutrient from your meal. This slow, steady release is exactly what aging muscles need to function smoothly all day long. If you want to boost it even more, top your bowl with slices of banana for extra potassium, or toss in a few blueberries rich in antioxidants. Just avoid the sugary oat packets and go for the real thing. It takes a few extra minutes, but the payoff is stronger legs, steadier energy, and a body that feels supported, not starved, when the day begins. When I tell my patients to start their day with oatmeal and chia, I'm not just giving them a cozy breakfast idea. I'm handing them a tool for mobility, stability, and long-term independence. If there's one fruit that's been unfairly judged in the world of aging nutrition, it's the banana. You've probably heard whispers about its sugar content, especially if you're managing your blood sugar or watching carbs. But let me set the record straight. When used correctly, timed, and paired wisely, a banana can be one of the most effective natural tools you have for preventing leg cramps, staying hydrated, and keeping your muscles firing the way they should. You see, bananas are rich in potassium, and potassium is essential for muscle contraction. Without enough of it, your legs can start to misfire. You might feel cramps in the middle of the night, shaky when you first stand up, or just generally weak in your lower half. And the kicker? Over 60% of older adults in the United States are mildly deficient in potassium, and most don't even know it. A report from the Centers for Disease Control back in 2021 highlighted this silent shortfall. That means millions of people are waking up every morning with muscles that can't perform, simply because they're lacking this one mineral. But the answer isn't to pop a supplement or eat a banana by itself on an empty stomach. No, the real magic happens when you pair a banana with a source of protein or healthy fat. For example, slicing half a banana into your oatmeal with chia seeds, or enjoying it alongside a spoonful of plain Greek yogurt, helps slow down digestion and stabilize blood sugar. This way, the potassium is absorbed more steadily, and the natural carbs in the banana are used for sustained energy, not sudden spikes. And if you're diabetic, have kidney concerns, or take medications that affect potassium levels, a slightly underripe banana, the kind with a little green, offers more resistant starch and gentler impact on glucose. Now, speaking of Greek yogurt, let me be clear. This isn't your average flavored, sugary snack. True Greek yogurt is strained, thick, and packed with twice the protein of regular yogurt. That makes it an ideal partner for morning muscle preservation. One serving delivers a powerful mix of casein and leucine, two forms of protein that not only rebuild muscle tissue, but keep it from breaking down in the first place. And here's something else. Greek yogurt is rich in calcium and vitamin D, which are critical for bone density and neuromuscular coordination, two things that directly impact whether you feel steady or stumble. A study published in Osteoporosis International showed that older adults who consumed calcium and vitamin D daily had significantly fewer falls and better mobility scores. But there's another layer most people miss. Greek yogurt also contains probiotics, those helpful bacteria that support your gut health. And guess what? A healthy gut improves how your body absorbs minerals like magnesium and potassium, the same ones your legs rely on to function properly. When your digestion is strong, your muscles have what they need to move smoothly and powerfully. If lactose is a concern, no problem. Many brands offer lactose-free options, or you can explore sheep or goat milk versions, which are often easier on sensitive stomachs. Just be sure to avoid the sugar-laden varieties. Choose plain, unsweetened yogurt and add your own flavor with berries, cinnamon, or even a touch of chia. Greek yogurt in the morning isn't just about getting your protein in. It's about setting your entire body up to move with grace, coordination, and strength that lasts long after breakfast is over. Now let's talk about a food most people never think to eat in the morning, yet it holds some of the richest nutrients your legs could ever ask for. It's not fancy, it's not trendy, but it works, and that's sweet potatoes. Specifically, steamed sweet potatoes with just a touch of natural mineral salt, like Celtic or Himalayan. Sound simple? Maybe even strange for breakfast? Let me tell you why it's one of the most powerful combinations you can put on your plate. Sweet potatoes are packed with complex carbohydrates, the kind that release energy slowly and evenly. That's important because many older adults feel drained or heavy in the legs shortly after waking, and it's not just aging. It's a lack of steady fuel. Unlike white toast or sugary cereals that give you a short-lived rush and a crash, sweet potatoes provide long-lasting energy your muscles can actually use. But their real magic lies in their mineral content. One small serving delivers a potent dose of potassium, magnesium, and vitamin C, three essential players in the game of leg strength and nerve health. Potassium keeps your muscles contracting properly. Magnesium reduces stiffness and improves flexibility. And vitamin C supports collagen production and circulation. Now, here's where it gets even more fascinating. When you add a pinch of high-quality mineral salt, not the bleached table salt, you find at diners you're giving your body access to over 80 trace minerals like calcium, zinc, and sodium. These trace elements support nerve signaling, keep your muscles hydrated, and help maintain a delicate balance of electrolytes that aging bodies often struggle to preserve. Most seniors wake up slightly dehydrated and don't realize it. That mild dehydration contributes to the tightness, the aching, and the sense of fatigue in your lower body. Rehydrating with warm water, followed by a breakfast like steamed sweet potatoes with mineral salt, gives your cells exactly what they need to fire properly and feel strong. A 2022 study by the French Institute of Mineral Nutrition found that older adults who consumed breakfasts rich in potassium and magnesium had 41% better balance and 50% fewer falls within just 3 months. Those numbers are not just impressive, they're life-changing. And all it takes is half a sweet potato, steamed gently and served warm. No sugar, no butter, no marshmallows. This isn't Thanksgiving. This is medicine in the form of food. Pair it with a high-protein option like eggs or Greek yogurt, and you've just created one of the most complete, leg-supporting breakfasts possible. Every bite is a step toward more stable mornings, less cramping, and a renewed sense of control over how your body moves. Don't let your breakfast be an afterthought. Let it be your first act of strength each day. I know some of this might sound almost too simple. A few eggs, a bowl of oats, a banana, some yogurt, a warm sweet potato. Could something that basic really make a difference after 60? I've worked with hundreds of people who once asked me the same question. Folks who had nearly given up. Men and women who used to be active but found themselves hesitating at staircases, avoiding long walks, needing help just to get out of a chair. They weren't lazy, they weren't weak, they were misinformed. No one ever told them that morning was the most powerful moment of the day for their muscles, their circulation, their stability. And once they started changing those first few choices after waking, their bodies responded, not overnight, but day by day, week by week. I saw them grow stronger, steadier, more confident. They stood taller, walked further, laughed more. The pain wasn't gone, but the fear began to fade. That's what I want for you. Every morning gives you a quiet invitation to either nourish the muscles that carry you or neglect them just a little more. One path leads to strength, the other to stiffness. And the difference isn't your age, it's your action. If anything you've heard here spoke to you, I invite you to take just one small step tomorrow morning. Choose one of the breakfasts we talked about. Eat it slowly. Feel what it does for your legs by noon. Then try again the next day. And the next. With time, Those little changes create a body that works with you, not against you. A body that lets you keep doing the things you love, walking through the farmer's market, playing with your grandkids, climbing up that porch without gripping the rail. You don't need to chase youth. You just need to support the strength you still have. And it all starts with how you begin your day. So, if you found value in what we've shared, I hope you'll stick around. Subscribe. Share this with someone who might be struggling quietly. Leave a comment. I'd love to hear your story. You're not alone in this, and your best mornings might still be ahead.